I'm Max Goldberg from Living Maxwell. We're outside the Prana Cafe in Newton, Massachusetts. The Prana Cafe is a raw food restaurant, and one of the big trends in the organic food world these days is raw food. Some people know what raw food's all about, but many others don't. So what I want to do is I want to go speak to the owner of Prana, Taylor Wells, and have her tell us all about the raw food lifestyle. Let's go meet her. Taylor, hey, how are you?
Great.
So good to see you.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me. This place is great. What was the inspiration behind opening the Prana Cafe?
We needed a place to eat.
Of course.
Right? That was raw and vegan and healthy, and this has been our dream to have a cafe and connected with our yoga studio, and we're just so blessed.
Well, it looks great. Will you show me around?
Yeah, let's go to the kitchen.
Okay, great.
All right.
Wow. Why don't you tell me a little bit, what is raw food?
So when something is raw, Max, it is made from vegetables, fruits, nuts, seeds, or soaked and sprouted grains.
Okay.
So there are no animal products at all.
Animal products.
And nothing is ever heated above 118 degrees.
Okay.
Because when you heat food over 118 degrees, it begins to lose vitamins, minerals, and enzymes.
So the theory behind raw food is it's vegan, it's nuts, seeds, plants, fruits, vegetables.
Yep.
You don't heat it above 118 degrees because that keeps the enzymes and the nutrients and the minerals.
Absolutely, because in this country and all over the world, people are undernourished and overweight.
Okay.
Because they are not getting what they need from the food that they eat, because most of the food that they eat that's cooked, there's very little left in the food in the way of nutrients and enzymes, and so they're hungry for nutrients.
Okay.
Now the raw food, the best part ever is it tastes even better than the cooked counterpart. So you can create anything that you've had cooked raw. You just have to be a little creative. So for example, a burger would be made from nuts, seeds, carrots, spices, flaxseed, without giving away our recipe.
Sure.
And it's dehydrated. It'll be dehydrated overnight, and it's no harder to make. It just takes more planning, because you're not just throwing it on a grill and frying it for 5 minutes. It's dehydrating it overnight. We do have pizza, which is also dehydrated, and it's made with a cashew cheese instead, or various nut cheeses instead of a dairy cheese. And we have tons of amazing desserts. We have burritos, we have nachos, we have soups, of course we have salad.
How long have you been raw?
I've been raw 5.5 years. I actually do consulting with a lot of people, and I don't always recommend, I frequently don't recommend 100% raw for people, because I feel that easing into things works better for most people, and it's a bit scary for them. But it's not about a label. It's not about being perfect. It's about adding in as many high vibration, delicious foods as you can.
Why should someone go on a raw food, or get into raw food, or eat raw food? Why should they do that, and what effect will it have on them?
You'll be happier. You'll be more grounded. You'll have so much more energy. People ask me that all the time. How do you have so much energy? And I say yoga and raw food.
So for someone who's not too familiar with raw food and wants to sort of dip their toes into this, what's the best advice you could give them in terms of sort of getting into raw food? What would you say to them?
Have an apple, have an orange, have a mango. Make a smoothie. If I were to recommend one gadget, I would say get a juicer. A juicer, right. I would make, personally, I think drinking a green juice every day, and I can tell you what I make with my green juice, is the quickest, easiest way to feel better immediately.
Great. Yeah. Can we go downstairs?
Yeah, sure. Let's go.
Great. I'm in the second kitchen of the Prana Cafe, and we're going to talk to Stuart Reiter. He's the executive chef here, and he's going to show us a really cool piece of equipment that they use. Let's go check it out. Hey Stuart, how are you? Good to see you. What have we got here? Can you show us this great piece of equipment?
Yeah, so these are the food dehydrators we work with at the Prana Cafe. In this one we've got our dehydrating refried beans as well as the dinner crepes.
Mm-hmm. And what exactly is a dehydrator? What do you use it for?
I use it to dry out food to get the proper texture and consistency to such things as the refried beans and especially the crepe, which starts as a batter. And naturally enough, we want a pliable dinner crepe.
Now, you do the breads, and these are the refried beans. What else? What other things do you put in the dehydrator?
Up here we have the coconut macaroons, both a blonde and a chocolate version.
Great. And so you got macaroons, and what other kinds of breads do you use in there?
We've got onion bread, we have flax crackers. There are quite a number of products actually that we pass through the dehydrator.
And how long do you keep stuff in the dehydrator?
Really depends upon the recipe. The crepes will be done actually from start to finish in about 4 hours, whereas the macaroons are going to need overnight to achieve a nice texture.
That's the one thing about raw food that I don't think a lot of people know, is that some of the dishes you make take a long time and you prepare several days in advance. Is that true or not true?
It is true, but I find that the active time in preparation of those recipes is about the same as traditionally cooking them. It's just that you need to prepare them a day or two in advance.
Yeah.
Then place them in a dehydrator, and then there's nothing other than come back and check them once.
You just let them sit, you go away, and you come back.
Right.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for your time.
Absolutely right.
Well, it's time to say goodbye, and I hope you enjoyed our time today at the Prana Cafe and that you learned something new about raw food. Just remember to buy well, eat well, and most importantly, live well. And I'm going to get back to this green juice right here. Oh, this tastes so good. I just love this stuff.
So if you want to find out more about healthy living, raw food, and creating the best life ever, you can find me at supermom.com. So it's super-mom.com.